Welcome to Cook to Nourish. Today I have brought for you the recipe of homemade Nutella. Are you ready for a recipe that is totally junk free and uses only natural sugar? Plus it has only 4 ingredients, everything that you can find in your pantry. Now regarding hazelnuts, I start by using hazelnuts that are in their shell. So because it's cheaper that way, and because I ended up the first time I tried this recipe, I ended up getting shelled hazelnuts, and I had to use them up. So now I just tend to use them, but you could also use already shelled hazel. And then the other thing about this recipe is this uses cocoa powder and not chocolate. There are some other recipes online that use chocolate and that makes it extra creamy and rich. However, my recipe uses cocoa powder for two reasons, because it's hard to really find chocolate that is dairy free as well as free of other sugars like cane sugar. And since I wanted to keep this recipe paleo, I really thought it's much easier using raw cacao, 100% cacao powder, or any other naturally processed cocoa powder. And it's just easier, plus the taste is really good. So I hope you try this recipe. Let me know in the comments how you like it. All right, let's get started. Okay, so to start with, I begin with actually using in-shell hazelnut. So I get this pack, which has about a pound of hazelnuts in their shell. So I toast them in their shell at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. And then after I get them out of the oven, I let them cool for a while. And see, here I have enlisted the help from my daughter. So yeah, it took about 30 minutes, I would say, to shell all of them, but we had fun anyway. So now we are looking to get, for the recipe, we need 1 cup of the shelled the hazelnut, sorry. So as you can see, some of these still have their skins on. Like if it's hard to get the skin out, I just leave them on. But some of it comes off easily, so I've removed those. And then I'm adding 1/4 cup of maple syrup. You could substitute with honey, but you may have to tweak the recipe a little bit to get the exact consistency. I haven't tried it with honey, so I don't know. And now I'm using, for the chocolate part, I'm using 100% cacao powder, raw cacao, and that's 1 tablespoon. Next, we need a couple other ingredients. First is salt. So I use some Himalayan pink salt and about half a teaspoon. So that's a 1/4 teaspoon there, and another 1/4 teaspoon. And yeah, putting in salt is really important in this recipe because it adds to the flavor. And then I have coconut oil, 2 tablespoons. Now because of the weather here, it's already melted, but if it is not, then you need to melt it before measuring. And then I have some hot water. I really like to use hot water to blend because it just makes everything come together fast. And then again, depending upon what kind of food processor you're using, you might have a different experience. Oh, the other thing, you can also actually first powder the hazelnuts first before adding the wet ingredients. That way, again, you can kind of get a better blending. But I'm lazy. I forgot. So I'm just going to dump everything together and it'll still come through. And we don't really mind ours being a little bit chunky here and there. Like if we get, some chunks of hazelnut, my children are okay with it. So they just love this taste of this homemade Nutella. My son uses it mainly for, putting in his smoothies, and so it works out fine. And see, now I do this blending a couple times. As you can see, my food processor jar is small, and then, I keep still opening it up um, every couple minutes and then stirring it, and then just giving it a stir, and then again blending it up. So doing it a couple times more, and you will have the consistency, nice smooth consistency. See, it's almost there. I do see some chunks here and there, and again, like if I had powdered the hazelnuts first and then added the wet ingredients, I wouldn't have to do this, but my bad. So anyway, I'll still get there. I just have to do a couple more times, and um, yep, it's as it is, it's smooth enough. So just a couple more minutes and it will be there. There you go. The Nutella is ready. It's almost like, I'm so tempted to just dig in actually. Luckily, I've been able to tolerate hazelnuts after AIP for almost more than 2 years. I'm so happy I can enjoy this Nutella. Yeah. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Also visit cooktonourish.com for more recipes.